it off, just taking this eye primer from Asda. It's really good, it's really cheap, but it does the job. Just taking this on my finger, and I'm just going to put this all over my lid and crease, and this is just going to keep the eyeshadow in place all day, so I'm just going to put it underneath the eye as well. Next thing I'm taking is this Monet eyeshadow from NUA in this emerald colour. It's a pearl finish and it's gorgeous. Taking this on a flat shader brush, I'm just going to pat it all over the lid. Patting more than swiping because I want that really intense colour, so I don't want to swipe the colour off. I'm passing it onto that sticky base. Okay, so the next thing I'm taking, this is a quartet palette from Flormar. It just has these beautiful shades in. The first shade I'm actually going to use is this white colour. It's a frosty finish white. It's gorgeous. On a really small brush, I'm just going to apply this on the inner corner, just to give me a little bit of highlight there. And it really just brings out the colour of the rest of the makeup and brightens the entire eye. I'm just blending that out a little bit because I want it a bit less intense than it was when I first put it on. The next shade in this quartet palette I'm going to use is the darker of the greys. There's two, they're like silvery greys. I'm using the darker one on an angled eyeliner brush, which is quite unusual for the lid, but nevertheless. I'm just extending the lower lash line, and this just ensures you're going to get the exact same shape on both eyes. It's just a nice guideline to follow. After I've done that, I'm going to bring it up and over the crease to get that nice curved shape that I really wanted. And I'm just going to spend some time perfecting this shape. Now that that shape's perfected, I'm going to take a blending brush like so and just blend out that line because I don't want a harsh line, I want it all smoky and blended out. So I'm just using small circular motions and windscreen wiper motions just to ensure that that's all blended out. Next I'm going in with that same colour on a flat shader brush. This is just going in that little outer corner edge and bringing it through a little bit. That's just so I didn't have the gap between the blended out line and the green shadow. I want it all to blend it together. Next I'm taking the black shade in the quartet palette. For some reason the close-up I did, it wasn't supported on my computer. I don't understand why, it was just a corrupted file. So I don't actually have the close-up of that, but you have the close-up of the quartet palette so you can actually see the colour anyway. And I'm just putting this right in the outer crease and blending it out. It's just this gorgeous black colour with multicoloured glitter in it, so it's gorgeous. I'm just blending that out so it's a really smoky look. I really love this look. Now I'm going to go back in with that green colour, the emerald shade. This is just so the look pops, because usually when you blend around a look, blend around a colour, it fades a little bit. So the next thing I'm taking is my black liquid eyeliner. This is just one from 17, it's just a liquid liner and it's just in black. I don't know if there's any other colours, but I've just got the black one. And I'm doing a medium sized line across the lids because you don't want it too thick, but you don't want it really thin. So I'm just doing a medium sized line and winging it out just a slight, just a really small bit, just to accentuate the cat eye shape that we've got going on with the actual eyeshadow. So just take your time on this because this is where it can all go wrong. now that I have both eyes the same, I'm just going to wait for that to dry and then curl my lashes. This is just so they look super long and luscious. Then I'm taking my Avon Super Shock Mascara. Again, this is just in the black shade. I think they have a brown one in this, but this is just the Avon Super Shock. And just putting a coat on my upper and lower lashes. I only put a small amount on my lower lashes because I have really long lashes anyway, and if I put too much mascara on the lower lashes, they just curl right under and they just get all over my under eye, ruin my concealer and everything, so I just put a really small amount. Okay, so I'm just going back in with that green again, just on the lower lash line, just a small amount just to make the lid colour pop. Okay, so that is the eyes done. Now I'm going to move on to the face using this Flormar concealer. This is just in shade 1. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffly nose at the moment. So I'm just taking this on my ring finger and I'm just going to put a few dots underneath my eye. I'll do a close up of the other eye now. Doing the same thing, just putting a few dots underneath my eye. Now I'm just rubbing those two fingers together and I'm going to blend out that concealer because I don't want just dots underneath my eyes. I want it to actually conceal. So now that that's done, I'm going to move on to my foundation. This is the Ideal Flawless by Avon, and it's just in, I think it's just shade 1. I think it's called like light pink or light rose or something like that. And I'm just putting this directly onto my face from the thing. This is like only my foundation, I don't share it with anyone. And that's the finished look. I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm just blending that out. I probably shouldn't just put it directly onto the face, but you know, I do. So I'm using a stippling brush. I'm not actually using it as a stippling brush, I'm using it kind of like a buffing brush. I'm buffing it into the skin, really pressing it in there so I get a lot of coverage. I don't actually need a lot. I do have a bit of discoloration across my face, but a light foundation can cover it, like it's not really bad. So yeah, I'm just buffing this into my entire face and it's looking really good. And I'm just going round again, just making sure I've got no streaks. Now I'm going right into my jawline so I don't have a foundation line across the bottom of my face because that's disgusting. And I'm also really pressing it into my hairline. I'm talking really fast, that's why I keep stumbling over words. So just making sure that's all buffed out. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some of this Blistex Intense Moisture Repair thing, whatever it is, onto my lips. Just while I do these final few stages before I put my lip product on, just so they're nice and soft and lovely before I do that. It's quite white, you have to blend it in quite a bit. Okay, this is my blush brush. The handle has come off, but it still works, so I still use it. And I'm just taking this Natural Collection blush. This is £1, guys, and it's amazing. This is just in the shade Pink Cloud. Just putting that on the apples of my cheeks and blending backwards. The way to find the apples of your cheeks is just doing what I'm doing there. Just smile and put it on the nice, like, bulky bit of your cheek. Repeat on the other side, obviously, because you don't want it to be one-sided. Okay, again I couldn't get a shot of this, but this is the Sleek Pout Paint in Milkshake, and it's this lovely colour. Obviously you don't put it on like a gloss because it doesn't have the correct tip, so you put a tiny bit onto a lip brush and you just put it on like any other lip product you'd use with a lip brush. A lot of people used to mistake OCC lip tars for that because they had the lip gloss nozzle, but you were supposed to put it on the brush. And that is the finished look. Here's a close-up of the eyes and the lips coming your way. So thanks for watching, that is the completed look.